It's no coincidence you found yourself here. Sometimes the universe nudges us toward what we need most. What I'm about to share could change the way you experience life, but that depends entirely on how you choose to use it. Today, we're diving deep into something many struggle with: taming your emotions and learning how to transmute them into something powerful. Let's set the scene. You're driving to work. The traffic is unbearable. Out of nowhere, a car swerves in front of you, almost causing an accident. Your heart pounds, your hands grip the wheel tighter, and a wave of anger crashes over you. Sound familiar? Moments like these remind us just how easily emotions can take control, dragging us along and leaving us frustrated, exhausted, and powerless. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be this way? What if you could take back control, learn to hold the reins of your emotional well-being? The truth is, you have a hidden ability to transform your emotions. Instead of allowing anger, sadness, or fear to wreak havoc, you can transmute them into sources of strength, clarity, and growth. This is the art of emotional mastery, a skill that ancient wisdom and modern science agree can completely reshape your life. Take these powerful words from the Emerald Tablets, a text attributed to the legendary sage Tahuti. Look in thy life for disorder. Balance and order thy life. Quell all the chaos of emotions, and thou shalt have order in life. These words, though ancient, hold timeless wisdom. They teach us that when we bring our emotions into balance, the rest of our life begins to fall into order. So how do we achieve this? Let's break it down. Understanding your emotional landscape. Think of your emotions as a vast, unexplored landscape within you. When you step into unknown territory, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. You might not know where to begin or how to navigate it. But here's the first truth you need to understand. Emotions are not good or bad. We often label feelings like happiness and joy as positive, while treating anger, sadness, and fear as negatives, something to be avoided or suppressed. But every emotion, no matter how uncomfortable, serves a purpose. They're messengers, each carrying a lesson or insight meant to guide you. Anger often signals that someone or something has crossed your boundaries. It's a call to assert yourself and stand up for what matters. Sadness can be an invitation to slow down, take care of yourself, and process something you've been holding onto. Fear might feel paralyzing, but it's also what sharpens your instincts and helps you avoid danger. The key is to stop fighting these emotions and start listening to what they're trying to tell you. Befriending your emotions. Emotional mastery begins when you approach your feelings with curiosity rather than judgment. Instead of thinking, I shouldn't be feeling this way, try saying, I notice I'm feeling this way, and that's okay. Imagine this, you're sitting with a friend who's upset. You wouldn't dismiss them or tell them their feelings are wrong, right? You'd listen, support them, and try to understand. Treat your emotions the same way. When you're anxious, overwhelmed, or frustrated, simply acknowledge the feeling without pushing it away. For example, you might say to yourself, I feel anxious right now. That's okay. It's just a feeling, and it will pass. This small shift in perspective allows you to create space between yourself and your emotions, giving you a sense of control. The power of mindfulness. One of the most effective tools for understanding and managing emotions is mindfulness. At its core, mindfulness is about being present, fully aware of your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. It helps you observe your emotions as they arise, rather than getting swept away by them. Find a quiet space and sit comfortably. Close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Exhale slowly. Repeat this a few times. Bring your attention to the sensations in your body. Notice any tightness, warmth, or tingling. As thoughts or emotions arise, don't try to change or fight them. Simply observe them. You might think, I feel tension in my chest, or I notice my mind keeps wandering to a worry. That's okay. Just notice it, then gently bring your focus back to your breath. This practice takes time, but with consistency, you'll develop a new relationship with your emotions. Instead of feeling controlled by them, you'll become an observer, able to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Taking back control. When you start practicing emotional awareness and mindfulness, you'll notice something incredible. Emotions lose their grip over you. You'll no longer feel like a passenger on a runaway train. Instead, you'll become the driver, clear, calm, and in control. Over time, this emotional mastery can transform your life. Instead of chaos, you'll feel balance. Instead of stress, you'll experience a sense of peace and clarity. And the best part, you'll be able to channel those same emotions into energy for growth and positivity. Anger can become assertiveness. Sadness can turn into healing and self-care. fear can evolve into awareness and courage. The journey to emotional mastery isn't about never feeling emotions again. It's about learning to understand them, embrace them, and use them to your advantage. So, next time you're in traffic, feeling the heat of frustration or anger, take a breath. Remind yourself, you're in control. Your emotions don't have to define your experience. You have the tools to transform them into something powerful. This is the art of emotional alchemy. It's not magic, it's a skill, and with practice, it can change your life. Imagine watching clouds drift slowly across the sky. You don't control them, you simply observe. This is how you can approach your emotions, watching them rise, shift, and eventually pass. The more you practice this awareness, the more you'll understand your emotional patterns, creating space for transformation and mastery. If you've already tried this mindfulness exercise while listening, hit that like button and subscribe. We've got plenty more actionable tools to share. Now, let's talk about emotional alchemy, the practice of transforming negative emotions into positive energy. The heart of emotional alchemy. Emotional alchemy works much like the ancient practice of transforming lead into gold. Alchemists believed they could turn something ordinary into something extraordinary. Today, you can apply this same principle to your emotional well-being. Emotions, no matter how intense or overwhelming, hold incredible power. The key is learning to harness and direct that energy toward growth, healing, and positivity. One of the most powerful tools for emotional alchemy is reframing. Reframing is the practice of shifting how you perceive a situation, helping you find opportunities or lessons within challenges. Think of it as adjusting the lens through which you view life. For example, let's say you have a coworker who constantly criticizes your work. It's easy to feel frustrated, defensive, or even disheartened. But instead of letting the negativity consume you, try reframing it. See it as an opportunity to practice assertiveness, set healthier boundaries, or develop resilience. By changing your perspective, you turn the challenge into a chance to grow stronger and more confident. The power of gratitude. Another effective tool for emotional transformation is gratitude. When you're trapped in a negative emotional state, it's hard to see past the struggle. Gratitude shifts your focus. It reminds you of the positive moments, no matter how small, and opens the door to joy, appreciation, and contentment. Here's a simple exercise. Keep a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're thankful for. These don't have to be monumental. A warm cup of tea, a kind smile from a stranger, or a peaceful walk in the evening. As you make gratitude a habit, you'll notice a shift. The more you focus on what's good, the easier it becomes to let go of what weighs you down. Tapping into the wisdom of your body. Emotions aren't just in your mind. They live in your body too. Have you ever noticed how anger tightens your chest, or stress creates tension in your shoulders? These physical sensations are messages, signaling where emotions are stuck. By learning to work with your body, you can release pent-up feelings and restore your emotional balance. One simple yet powerful technique is conscious breathing. When emotions take over, your breathing often becomes shallow and rapid, which only fuels your distress. Conscious breathing interrupts this cycle and signals to your nervous system that you're safe and in control. Pause for a moment and place one hand on your belly. Inhale slowly through your nose, letting your belly expand like a balloon. Exhale gently through your mouth, feeling your belly relax and fall naturally. Repeat this for a few minutes, focusing on the rhythm of your breath moving in and out. As you practice this, you'll begin to notice a sense of calm and clarity. Instead of being swept away by strong emotions, you'll learn to ride the waves, staying steady and in control. Building emotional resilience. The path of emotional mastery isn't about never feeling negative emotions. It's about learning to move through them with strength and grace. And one of the most important skills on this journey is resilience, the ability to bounce back from challenges, adapt, and keep moving forward. A cornerstone of resilience is self-compassion. When you're struggling, it's easy to criticize yourself or feel ashamed for not handling things better. But being hard on yourself only deepens your suffering. Instead, treat yourself the way you would treat a close friend, with kindness, patience, and understanding. For example, if you're feeling overwhelmed, remind yourself, "It's okay to struggle. I'm doing my best, and that's enough." These simple words of encouragement can make a world of difference. Self-compassion doesn't mean ignoring your challenges. It means facing them with a supportive, gentle mindset that allows you to grow. Bringing it all together. So, what does emotional alchemy really look like in action? It's choosing to reframe challenges into opportunities. It's making gratitude a daily habit to shift your perspective. It's listening to your body and using tools like conscious breathing to release tension and create calm. And it's practicing self-compassion, knowing that setbacks are part of the journey toward growth. The more you practice these techniques, the stronger you'll become. You'll develop a deeper understanding of your emotions, learning to transform them into sources of energy, clarity, and resilience. Instead of feeling controlled by life's ups and downs, you'll start to feel grounded, empowered, and fully alive. Mistakes are a part of being human. Remind yourself that everyone, no matter how perfect they seem, makes mistakes. Your worth is not tied to your achievements, failures, or anyone else's validation. Real strength lies in how you treat yourself through life's challenges. One of the most important aspects of emotional resilience is learning to set healthy boundaries. When you clearly communicate your needs and limits, you create a sense of safety and respect, not just for yourself, but in your relationships too. Boundaries allow you to say no to things that drain your energy and yes to what nourishes your mind, body, and spirit. For many, setting boundaries feels uncomfortable, especially if you've grown up being taught to put others' needs before your own. You may worry about disappointing people or being seen as selfish, but here's the truth. Setting boundaries is not about pushing others away. It's about honoring yourself so you can show up in your life more fully and authentically. Here's a simple practice to get started. The next time someone asks you for something that feels overwhelming or misaligned with your priorities, pause. Check in with yourself. Ask, is this something I genuinely want to do? Does this align with my values or my current priorities? If the answer is no, try responding with kindness and firmness. You can say, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I'm not able to take that on right now." At first, this might feel awkward, even difficult, but with practice, it becomes second nature. You'll notice that by respecting your own boundaries, others begin to respect them too. You'll feel lighter, more in control, and better equipped to give your energy to what truly matters. Building deep trust in yourself. Emotional resilience is about developing a deep trust in yourself. Trust that you have the strength and wisdom to handle whatever life throws your way. You can't always control the circumstances of your life, but you do have the power to choose how you respond. Self-compassion, being kind to yourself in hard moments instead of criticizing or blaming. Setting boundaries, protecting your peace and honoring your needs. Trusting your inner strength, reminding yourself that you are capable and resilient. You begin to realize that resilience isn't about avoiding life's storms. It's about learning how to navigate them with grace. Reflecting on how far you've come. Take a moment now to reflect. Think about how far you've already come in your life. Maybe you've been practicing greater self-awareness, learning to accept your emotions, and transforming them into something meaningful. Whether you realize it or not, you've already begun the process of emotional alchemy, turning the heavy weight of negativity into the gold of inner peace and vitality. But here's the thing. This isn't the end of the journey. It's just the beginning. Emotional mastery, a lifelong practice. Emotional mastery isn't something you achieve once and forget about. It's a lifelong practice, one that requires commitment, curiosity, and compassion for yourself. This journey is about self-discovery, about realizing the depth of who you are and what you're capable of. It's about aligning your unique gifts, passions, and energy with the needs of the world. The ancient sage Tahuti said it best, "Look in thy life for disorder, balance and order thy life. Quell all the chaos of emotions, and thou shalt have order in life." These words remind us that our emotions are not our enemies. They carry wisdom. They are guides. If you learn to honor them and work with them, they can lead you to clarity, balance, and growth. Embracing the full spectrum of life. Life is made up of highs and lows, light and shadow. Emotional mastery doesn't mean avoiding the full range of human experience. It means embracing it. It's understanding that within every challenge, there's an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more awake. When you feel overwhelmed, remember this: you have the power to transmute your emotions into something beautiful. You can transform frustration into resilience, fear into courage, and sadness into healing. You carry within you a magic, a life energy that is uniquely yours. So keep going. Keep shining your light, even on days when it feels dim. Keep spreading love, especially when the world feels heavy. And keep showing up for yourself, because this is where true transformation begins. The journey of emotional mastery isn't just personal, it's collective. When you embody this strength, you inspire others to do the same. Together, we can create a world that's not just more peaceful, but more connected, compassionate, and alive with possibility. Let this be your reminder. The energy, the wisdom, the power you seek already exists within you. Trust it, honor it, and most importantly, use it to create the life and the world you dream of. If this message resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. How will you start honoring your boundaries and transforming your emotions today? Let's keep the conversation going, because together we can rise.